Make the ground shake.
What's going on, guys? My name is Renegade, and today we're here for AQW Q&A episode 3. This week we're going to be answering 20 of your guys' questions that you left on last week's episode, so this is going to be a long one. So if you find a question that I'm going to be explaining a lot of, then just remember to skip. But other than that, guys, remember to leave a like on the video, it does help me out a lot, and subscribe to notify when next week's episode of this comes out and other future videos I've got planned. And also remember to leave your questions in the comment section down below. You will have a pretty damn good chance of being featured in next week's video. And if you leave a really good question, I will answer it, of course, in full, well, as full as I can. And yeah, I mean, I think I've answered almost every single person's question from last week's episode in this video, so your chance is pretty damn high. Other than that, guys, let's get into this week's Q&A. Our first question of the day is coming from Christian Bartels. He asks, what games do you play other than AQW, and if so, would you upload them? So, I'm probably going to answer this question as full as I can, so if you don't want to hear this, then just skip ahead. I play a lot of games. Like, I only upload AQW because that just seems to be what you guys want to see. Just by all means, leave a comment if you want to see any more games. But sorry, from my experience uploading other games on YouTube, I have uploaded a lot of other games on my channel in the past. From my experience, you guys don't actually want to watch them. So I just sort of stick to what I really, really love, and that's Call of Duty Zombies. My favorite game right now is Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and I really, really enjoy zombies. I've loved zombies for a long time, and I'm just one of those guys that'll just sit down and I'll just go to like round 105, just no fucking problem at all. I'll just spend like hours and hours and hours playing that game. I love it so much. I did buy The Witcher 3 recently, and I have an Elgato coming pretty soon, which will let me record both AQW and other games in much higher quality, which will be really good. But it also lets me record files that aren't as big, and so I don't have to compress them as much, so they don't have to look that bad. So yeah, I might be able to get like a Witcher 3 series going on, which would be pretty damn interesting. I most definitely will get a Witcher 3 series. But that's when my Elgato arrives, which is in about 2 or 3 weeks. And I do play, I'm almost near the end of Fallout 4. I did actually record like 7 or 6 episodes or whatever, but then I was just so bad at the game, so I actually decided to just spend a couple of hours learning the game, and then I just thought, you know what, no one's watching this series anyway, I'll stop it. I really enjoy, Battlefield as well. I really enjoyed Battlefield 3 and 4. I played probably about 200 hours out of both of those games, and they're both just really fun. Especially just getting into a Skype call with my friends and just like going in a helicopter and just wrecking people. It's always fun. I really have enjoyed the Far Cry games in the past. I really don't play AQW all that much, guys. If you're wondering, I really don't play AQW all that much. I won't go on too much. But yeah, thanks for the question, Christian. Yeah, let's move on to the next one. Our next question is coming from Liamalu. I'm pronouncing the 3's as E's, so that would be Liam Liu. I completely butchered that name. He goes, hi Renegade, is Pyromancer good for soloing, and do I lose Pyromancer class for Blazebinder? Hope you have a great day. Well, thank you, sir. Pyromancer class is an okay class for soloing. Basically how it works is I think it's got like a little, I very much can't remember this class at all, but I believe it's got a small heal on one of the moves, and it's really not enough to keep the class healthy, and as a result I think it's enough, like the cooldown's enough so you can just somewhat spam it, kinda like every 10 seconds or so. I can't remember though, but it's definitely not enough to keep it going. I might be completely wrong with that, but from my experience it's mediocre at soloing. If there's anything to take away from what I just said, just remember it's mediocre at soloing, okay? And do I lose Pyromancer class for merging or creating Blazebinder? Well, Blazebinder requires you to have the Pyromancer class, and it requires, well, I don't know if it requires you to have the Pyromancer class or not. I think it does. I know that you need something to do with Pyromancer, but no, you definitely don't lose the class. You definitely do not lose Pyromancer class to get Blazebinder. Noah Monfortin asks, what's your favorite starter class? So my favorite starter class is probably, this is actually a tough one. When I replied to the guy in the comment section, I said healer, but I'm kind of coming back on that statement now. No, I'll say healer. Healer is my favorite starting class. Walking Fire TF2 asks, what are the new updates to Shaman and Evolved Shaman? Also, is Legendary Archfiend worth the time it takes to get all those Fiend tokens? Fastest way to get Legion tokens with and without pets. Best PvP classes. Holy shit. Okay, so the new updates to Shaman and Evolved Shaman are... with Shaman, the first couple of moves are guaranteed hits now, but they can't crit. Similar to how one class, I can't really remember if it's Blazebinder or not, but it's similar to that. It can't crit, but it can't miss. That's with Shaman and Evolved Shaman, I believe. I believe they both had damage buffs, like double damage buffs, and Shaman has got a really good heal now. I've done both videos. I've done videos on both of those classes. But yeah, Evolved Shaman, I think, has just had a little bit of a buff in terms of its damage and its hit rates on a couple of the moves. So not really that big of an update on Evolved Shaman, to be honest. It still doesn't hit very high. And Shaman is a very good class now. Legendary Archfiend, honestly, it's a good support class, and I can see how it can be useful in PvP. And if you're a Nulgath fan, I suggest getting it, because it's just, it's the only Nulgath class there is. But in terms of just usefulness in other situations, like support class is only useful in a very specific situation. If you find yourself getting into a lot of boss fights with other people, then I suggest getting Legendary Archfiend. It's definitely worth it. But it's a very specific circumstance to be used in. I can't vouch for if it's good in PvP or not, but I think it is. I remember people saying it's good in PvP. The fastest way to get Legion tokens with and without the Paragon pets. Well, with the Paragon pets, my personal experience has been using the one from last year. What's it? The Festive Paragon pet. I haven't tried out the new one yet. I think it is faster. One of those two will be really fast for you. And without Paragon pets, there is a quest. It's called, not Hail to the King, it's another quest. Oh my gosh, I need to remember this right now. Hang on, I'll actually go to the wiki right now for you. Oh, stuff it, no. Whatever. There's a quest you can do from Dage. It gives you, like, from 1 to 20 Legion tokens. That's the best one there is. No, I can't actually remember. I'm sorry, I can't remember the best way to get it without Paragon pets. And the best PvP classes, as you might know, I don't do PvP whatsoever, so I cannot give you a class recommendation for there. But in my experience, my very little experience, I've always used a class like Alpha Omega, or something like, I don't know. I presume Blade Master Assassin's pretty good as well, but I don't know at all. Jaden Pat AQW asks, what is your favorite holiday of the year? So in real life, probably Christmas, just because that's when I just get the most stuff from my parents. Let's be honest here, you get presents at Christmas, so I like Christmas. I don't really celebrate many holidays, honestly. Like, I don't really celebrate Easter or anything. I think my parents just give me like a Toblerone or something at Easter. But yeah, in real life, probably Christmas. But in AQW, I'd probably have to say that probably one of the Friday the 13th events. I don't know if that counts as a holiday. If not, then either Easter or... Oh, what was the other one I said? I remember I replied to him and I said something. Probably either Easter or... I don't know, probably Easter in AQW, honestly. Our next question is coming from Nick Tiger. He asks, what classes would you recommend for a level 38? I'm trying to get some good classes to finish the story. So while you're doing the story, the main storyline, the 13 Lords of Chaos storyline, you're going to encounter some pretty difficult bosses. So I'd suggest getting a pretty easy to get soloing class, such as Necromancer. You just have to do a little bit of the Doomwood storyline, and you can get Necromancer pretty easily. And for farming, I'd recommend something like Troll Spellsmith or even Mage, just because Mage is quite decent at farming. Its Arcane Shield sort of does keep you a little bit healthy while farming, and its last move, the AoE move within Mage, is kind of spammable, so it kind of makes up for the fact that it does like minimal damage. And yeah, but it doesn't really make a difference, honestly, if you're a level 38 or level 65. It just, those two classes is what I recommend. Platinum Inferno asks, Troll Spellsmith or Blazebinder, Blade Master Assassin or Rogue. So I'd personally have to go with Blazebinder just because it's got way more AoE moves than Troll Spellsmith, and it does like more damage on them and stuff like that. Blade Master Assassin or Rogue. Rogue, I don't have much experience with, but I know that Blade Master Assassin is basically a better version of Rogue, and I find myself getting into situations where Blade Master Assassin is very useful a lot of the time, and also Blade Master Assassin is rare, is it? I don't know. I don't know if it's rare or not yet, but yeah, I just prefer Blade Master Assassin. Derp asks, are you human? No. How is John Cena related to you? Well, as a matter of fact, my grandfather actually remarried. There was a spider on my arm. Holy shit, that scared the shit out of me. My grandfather actually remarried twice. His second wife that he murdered with a butcher axe, actually his second wife's daughter, so his daughter-in-law, took him to court and basically got him sent to jail at the age of 75, and he went to jail. He spent about 10 years in jail, and one of the prison guards, was a female, and they had intercourse and produced one child, and that child they called Jeffrey, and the last name was Cena, as a boy, and Jeffrey Cena then married a girl named Jennifer, and Jennifer and Jeffrey Cena had a kid named John, and John Cena is related to me in that way. Alright, next question. Oh wait, there's another one. Question 4. Analyze this clip. Okay, let's just click on this link. This video has been removed. Okay. What? Are you serious? You just tried to rickroll me and it just failed. But you just tried to rickroll me and it completely failed. Good job. Well done. 10 out of 10. Our next question is coming from Zines. Okay, here we go. So the X is a Z, and the E is a 3, and the Z is a Z. So if I go Zines, I apologize completely, but like, okay, I just completely butchered that. This guy says, this guy is so successful at 15 years old. Lol, here's a question for you. How did you get so many subscribers and so popular? I wouldn't really consider myself successful, honestly. I've tried like 5 or 6. Our next question is coming from Zines. Okay, here we go. So the X is a Z, and the E is a 3, and the Z is a Z. So if I go Zines, I apologize completely, but like, okay, I just completely butchered that. This guy says, this guy is so successful at 15 years old. Lol, here's a question for you. How did you get so many subscribers and so popular? I wouldn't really consider myself successful, honestly. I've tried like 5 or 6 times to try and make a YouTube channel and tried to do what I'm doing now, kinda. And it's failed every single time. And this time I thought I was failing, and basically I just did videos based on what I thought people would watch. So there's no point doing like a let's play of something if you know people won't watch it. Like, what's the point in you doing a let's play if like a bigger YouTuber or someone who I don't know, not better than you know, but like someone who's bigger than you, has more attention than you get. What's the point in doing a let's play if they've done one too? And the only difference is that you're commentating instead of them. You need to have like a significant difference. Like when I started AQW News, I was the only guy who did that sort of thing on YouTube with AQW. Now I know a couple of other guys, most notably Alex, and I'm kind of annoyed because Alex gets more views than me with it now. I'm not like annoyed or whatever, but like, you know. But yeah, so I just tried to differentiate myself, and with these as well, AQW Q&As. haven't seen anyone else who does AQW Q&As on YouTube, so you just gotta be original, gotta think of stuff that people will actually be watching and actually be searching for. I got a lot of my subscribers from my videos on Legion Doom Night when it was first coming out. I did get a lot of attention from that, as I was just like giving the facts to people, because people were kind of up in arms about the Sepultura requirement, or the Sepultura's Doom Knight armor requirement and stuff, and so everyone was sort of asking questions online and googling answers and stuff, and my video obviously came up for them because I did answer a lot of those questions in that video. You just gotta be clear, you gotta be original, and you just gotta, you know, you just gotta be different and just try and do something that someone's actually gonna watch. And also consistency. That's one thing that I do want to stress is consistency. If you want to become a YouTuber, you got to be consistent. And so you can't be like, yeah, I'm gonna upload a video this month. I can't be bothered. Just, you know, I'm sitting here right now. I've just gotten home from work. I really don't want to be doing this right now. Like, I enjoy doing it, okay, but I don't want to be doing this right now. But you just go through it. You just do it, because why not just fucking do it? And you're gonna reap the rewards later. I love reading all your guys' comments, and I know that that's a thing that I will enjoy doing, like in a couple of days' time, whatever. So, you know, whatever, I'm doing it now. Electro Immortal asks, do you play any sports, and if so, which sports? Okay, I'm just gonna be completely honest here. I'm that nerdy guy who sits in his room all day playing video games on his computer, and I basically never get up out of my chair at all. Pretty much, it's my life in this chair that I'm sitting in right now. It's basically my life. So, I mean, oh yeah, I mean, if clicking a keyboard and moving a mouse is a sport, then sure, I play lots of sports. I play fucking moving my mouse left and right. I play moving my mouse up and down. I even play moving my mouse diagonally. Like, bro, come at me. Krill AQW asks, is Ultra Elemental Warrior good? Should AE bring back Ultimate Fusion and Fusion combos to make Ultra Elemental Warrior more viable again? But while these combos were still there, the class was actually pretty decent, and you could get like some pretty good heals, and you could even like scrape like a 20k hit. I remember I got like 20k hits off this class before, and you had to have like perfect timing. Like, I had my fingers on my keyboard, and I was just like bang, 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 click, and I was just like, you hit 20k, and it's actually a really satisfying class to use, because you put in a lot of thought, a lot of timing, and a lot of frustration, and you get like a really big hit out of it, and it's like actually a really satisfying class to use. And when they remove these, the class has just become almost useless. But the class is used by no one. Like, no one uses this class, and so as a result, it's kind of like, well, I'm gonna keep it just because it's, you know, it's just fucking not used that much, so why not? I'm gonna try and pronounce this name the best I can. Ro Nakamura. If you had a chance to get any rare item from the past, what would it be? So I did miss all of the Dage birthday classes from the past. Now there's stuff like the PTR Tester Cape, which would be cool. The Guardian Shadow Cape, which would be super cool. No, the Necromancer Shadow, I think it was. The Necromancer Shadow Cape from the PTR, which is just such a friggin' cool item. There's also, whoa, my mic just spiked just then. There is the orbs, the old Nulgath orbs, which are really cool as well. There's stuff like the Nulgath War Rares, which are also really cool. And then there's the Crag and Bamboozle Bank Pit, which is cool as well. There's the Infernal Khalid Bulg, which is cool. There's the Khalid Bulg Bank Pit, which is really cool. I'd really like that as well. I collect bank pits, like I said, so bank pits are really cool to me. But probably the one item I could have is probably Legion Evolved Darkcaster, just because I'd actually use it, and it's a very good class that I'd really like to have. Marcus Graham asks, what would be your second favorite armor? So, Spider Witch is my number one armor, which is the armor I currently use as part of my main set. But my second favorite armor is probably Bandit. It looks really cool in my opinion. It's just like a rare armor that I think just looks cool. Why are all the names I get so hard to pronounce? Actually, that's just friggin' easy. What am I even saying? Jericho Orden asks, I have 1.5k ACs. Should I get Alpha Omega or the armor to start Legion quests? I'd definitely go the armor to start Legion quests, no doubt. You're opening yourself up to like Legion token purchasing or obtaining. Like, you think of it, if you just think of it, just what's right in front of you, or the opportunity right in front of you, then maybe I'd go with Alpha Omega, honestly, just because the Legion stuff is kind of meh, in my opinion. The Legion like armors and stuff, but if you're into that sort of thing, I definitely would recommend it. But if you think about it from a point of view that you can actually get shit like Blade Master Assassin, Legion Doom Knight, you're getting two really good classes, and I think Blade Master Assassin is like, isn't it really good in PvP as well anyway, like, so it's comparable to Alpha Omega, and you're getting Dage birthday classes every year. if you can get Legion tokens. So I really think that this is a no-brainer. Well, get the Legion armor, get the armor that you need to start a Legion quest. Junai asks, thanks for answering my questions, y'all. And another class question. If you know there are two Cryomancers, Dark Cryomancer and Cryomancer, do you think that one is stronger than the other? Because in the description of Dark Cryomancer it says, mages who wield the power of Dark Ice would be even cooler. I'm guessing it's a pun that means stronger than normal. So, definitely not. Dark Ice Cryomancer, or just Dark Cryomancer, is the Cryomancer that I actually have, and it's definitely not stronger at all. I've actually used both of them. I bought normal Cryomancer to actually test this back in the day for 2000 AC, so I got normal Cryomancer and Dark Ice Cryomancer, and I tested them both with the same enhancements, and there was no difference whatsoever. So no, there is no difference between the two. Ooh, another long one. Sick Nuttin asks, what are your thoughts on botters? Okay, so botters is the single reason why AQW is probably going downhill. Genuinely, well, okay, it's because of the mobile market and everything else, but you know, I really do hate how botters have ruined the concept of difficult to get items. So if you guys remember the Ungodly Reavers, you guys will probably know about them. I personally don't like them anymore, just because so many people have them, and I guarantee like 80% of the people that have them have botted for them, which is just so ridiculous. Oh my god, and the 20% are probably the freaking YouTubers. Oh my god, just the amount of people that bot is just ridiculous, and it's just ruined everything. Like, everyone's got reputation classes now. I remember when reputation getting to rank 10 was actually difficult. Like, people were actually like, oh wow, you have ranked that reputation to rank 10? Well done. You're actually spending effort, and you're actually a good player. You're actually, you know, like doing the hard grinding for it. And now it's just like, oh, you got a reputation class, I can't trust you if you're botting or not. Like, man, oh man. Botting has ruined like a lot of AQW, and I hate it so much. Miles Romans asks, why do you make videos? I make videos purely to entertain you guys. I just love seeing your comments. I love just waking up in the morning every morning and reading all the comments, and even if you guys don't get a response from me, I can guarantee you that I read every single comment that I get, because I don't get enough comments to like flood my inbox or whatever, so I can just genuinely just go through and just read them all. I love it so much. I just love it. I just even love commentating, like talking right now. I could just sit here and just talk for hours, and I'd love it so much. Just talking to myself is one of the most fun things to do. I mean, like, it sounds really weird, but just, you know, talking to myself and then kind of knowing that someone might be listening is like really cool. Our next question is coming from Patrick Burnwolf. He asks, if you had to choose Legion Doom Knight, or if you could get it in the game without buying the t-shirt, Legion Paladin. Now, I've already talked in a video about how underpowered Legion Paladin is. It really isn't that great of a class at all, so this is a no-brainer. Legion Doom Knight, I'd pick Legion Doom Knight every single day of the week, honestly. Legion Paladin's kind of cool just because so few people have it, and it's just like I don't know, it's the same sort of syndrome as the Ungodly Reavers when you walk into a room and someone's like, wow, you've got Legion Paladin, except they're more likely to call you an idiot for buying it rather than actually going wow. But you know, it's still cool that like most people don't have Legion Paladin. And our final question of the day is from Flovenful. He asks, what do you think about the Dragonlord class, PvE/PvP wise? Would love to hear your opinion. So PvP wise, I can't really give an opinion on the class. Honestly, I don't PvP at all. I keep getting questions based off of PvP, but honestly, I don't use PvP classes all that much. But PvE wise, Dragonlord class, honestly, it's got a couple of AoE based moves, and as a result, like, it's kind of useful for farming, but it doesn't really have any heal. So it's kind of useful, I mean, but at the end of the day, you need a heal to be able to farm properly. But yeah, honestly, it's just a kind of a cool class to have. Not many people have it. And so I base value in classes and stuff based off of the amount of people that have it. So if it's like kind of something that a lot of people don't have, you kind of feel special about it, and you kind of like, oh, this is mine. This is not someone else's. Or like if it's an old school class as well, like Dragonlord was one of the first classes in AQW, and so it's kind of old school and kind of you know, it's just a cool class to have, honestly. Remaining, buddy. Remaining. Ask me a question that's not asking me to reveal my face, okay? You keep asking me why I'm not answering your questions, and it's because you're asking me to reveal my face, okay, buddy? That's all I've got to say. Okay, that's all I got to say. That about does for the video, guys. If you guys did enjoy the video, remember to leave a like on the video. It does help me out a lot. And subscribe to be notified anywhere. What the fuck am I doing with my life? And subscribe to be notified when any more of these sort of videos come out. And yeah, remember to leave any questions in the comment section down below. And you might have a chance to be featured in the next week's episode. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.